Welcome to Mathematical Design, a new way of writing programs, engineering designing, and doing business using Microsoft Excel. The What If book has chapters on how to write formulas, how to extract answers to allow the program to make its own decisions, and how to make your own programs to help you at home and on your job. You do not have to know anything about spreadsheets or computer programming to be able to write programs. Each chapter has valuable instructions so you can learn how to write your own program. If you know computer programming, then you can use that knowledge to add to your programs. It is not the intention of the authors of this book to provide you with programs that are safe to use in manufacturing. We are only showing you how to write these programs. The shaft program is written to design a standard design style shaft and its mounting flange. Watch the screen to see how the program determines the size of the shaft required to meet the requirements of the program input, then uses the information to determine the size of the key required. This information is used to determine the size of the hub. The bolt circle pattern is determined by the size of the hub, size of the bolts, and number of the bolts required to handle the stress. The program even makes sure there is enough distance between the bolts. An input could be entered to determine the size of the bolt circle or hub. After the bolt size and pattern is determined, the hub can be finished. Other factors can be introduced to be part of a shaft program to include gears and bearings. Let your imagination determine the factor. Time studies can be made to cover multiple machines capable of selecting tooling like tap drills, selecting your preferred feeds and speeds, adjusting the production estimate for the customer's estimated uptime percentage, cost of the tooling, including the specifications of the machinery, and even estimating the fixture cost. It is necessary to know who is going to use the heavy-duty pallet lifter program to know how the program is written. Watch the instructions change as the person entering the data puts it in. This isn't necessary to have the instructions show up like this, but it is very helpful for people who are not comfortable entering data. A well-written program is always user-friendly, even to the people that are unfamiliar with the program. Special training for people using your programs should never be required. What happens when you have to get a quote to your customer in a hurry, or when a customer wants something a little different? Of course, you must write down all of the information and forward it to the engineering department to evaluate the design or to redesign the standard product. Days later, you get back to the customer only to find out that the customer has already bought the product from another supplier, or your delivery will be too late because the engineering department has to remake the drawings and routings. You could have supplied the customer with all the answers and have the drawings, routings, and all the stress information on your computer screen within minutes to release to your shop. What an advantage you would have on the competition! Quick responses impress customers. The heavy-duty lifter program designs the unit by finding the right tubing to handle the stresses involved, then finds the fork sizes to handle the load. Note that the program offers the customer a flat fork or a round fork design, plus a choice of materials and sizes. The program adds the stiffeners, gussets, handle, and round bale. Then from the calculations, sets the perimeter of the counterweight and finds the size that is required to keep the unit balanced when it is not loaded. Not building lifters? Well, that's okay. The same technology used to design the lifter can be used to design a shaft, its gears, and the bearings, for example. Why should your mechanical and manufacturing engineers spend hours redrawing, checking, and writing routings for the modified standard designs when a program can do it without errors and much faster? Why do you continue to do it the old-fashioned way, using your computers to do single tasking when they are capable of multitasking and doing the job of more than one department? Your competition is tough, requiring you to be efficient. You can write computer programs that use the information you type into it to design, make decisions, write faxes and letters, routings, and even shipping labels without errors, allowing your company to ship quality products quicker than the competition and at less cost. Why would you want to continue to do it the old-fashioned way? Look at the flow charts on the screen. It doesn't take much imagination to see how more efficient, with less errors, less human input, and with the fastest response possible these programs can make for your business. Remember, you may already own the base program these are written in. If you want to write your own programs to save time, keep track of daily readings for a doctor's report, find the strength of an item, make a time study, design a piece of machinery, maybe an estimate program, keep track of your team's performance, or design a standard piece or equipment with a fax letter, drawings, routings, and a summary sheet, then this book is for you. You will be able to do so much more than a programmable calculator or a single function calculation program that you have to pay more for. Some of this programming can also be used in the Microsoft Works program. Order your book now, or visit your local bookstore and get started making programs to benefit yourself, your company, or both.